Welcome to our retirement, folks. What a little hair out of place there.
Have you, dear? Stuck.
Hmm?
He's stuck.
Oh,
He don't like climbing over metal.
are you wanting to
chair
rescue
bases.
him?
No?
Oh,
No, I can stay at that room, find some way
he'll
out.
find his way out.
Hopefully, yeah.
It's tortoise has got underneath.
He's turning round, I think.
Got his son a bit trapped. Morning, everybody. I don't know what we're going to talk about today. Do you think?
Oh, I don't know, dear. What were you talking about yesterday?
Oh, we got your thing. A lot of people have wished you well for the scan
To tomorrow.
for tomorrow.
Yeah.
The only thing that happened yesterday was I thought a couple of Jehovah's Witnesses had come to the door, but it turned out to be Amber and her boyfriend. Now Amber is David's daughter to a previous marriage.
So Alethea's half-sister.
Alethea's half sister, yeah, and she'll what be about 32.
Yeah, 33, I think it's.
33, something like that.
Hmm.
Oh, what are you doing here? Why hast thou come? Turned out to be David's birthday and we didn't know.
We'd forgotten with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
We'd just forgotten.
Yeah.
In fact, it were Amber's birthday the week before.
Right. So they'd organised, got tickets to go see a band in Leeds. Don't ask me.
It's a band that's been going quite a while through COVID and what have you. And I think they're planning to give up now.
Back in.
So they're doing
farewell gig.
farewell gigs and that.
Right.
What, it's something pink or
No.
pink something?
I think it was just one word, I think.
All right.
I don't know. I can't remember.
No.
Yeah.
And it were down near Ramley Jail somewhere. In a building down there. It were going to be at the Brudenell Club, but they changed venues for some reason. So David, Alethea, Tracy, Amber and Aidan. I think it's Aidan.
Aidan.
Her boyfriend.
Oh.
Amber's boyfriend.
Right.
Aidan. I think so. All went to see this gig.
I mean, David had been at A&E previous day with his back.
Yeah. But then he'd gone into work.
He'd gone in, we said, didn't we, the one artery in it.
Yeah.
So he went in yesterday. So he'd come home hoping to have a bit of a relaxing.
Do you think he'd forgotten
Yeah.
that this had all been arranged?
Yeah, I do. I don't think he were well pleased.
Oh.
The whole idea of working all day and then going out to see this band. What, are you nudging me?
No.
Oh, just stroking me. Eh? Honest?
Yeah. We'll see how they liked it. We haven't spoken to them because we'd gone to bed when they
got back.
arrived back. I think it were Aidan were driving them because he was designated driver because he wasn't drinking.
Well, they live in Sheffield, does Amber and her boyfriend, so they'll have had to drive back to Sheffield.
Yeah. Once they drop, unless they got a taxi back from.
Oh, what? To Sheffield?
No. Tracy and David and Alethea.
Oh, it just gets more
so
confusing, doesn't it?
They won't have to drive back here and then head for Sheffield.
Right. All right, yes, then that's cleared that up.
And Amber's the one that Ernie used to belong to.
Ah, when it got mauled.
Yeah, she's got dogs. And I
That
think
dog's 13 now, isn't it?
yeah, yes, he's 13.
The dog that mauled Ernie
Yeah.
is 13 now.
What is he, Alfie?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he's doing well, 13.
So that's where Tracy rescued Ernie
well,
from.
Amber asked Tracy if
Amber
she'd
asked
have him.
her to take him.
He's grown quite a lot since then.
Yeah, he has. He'll outlive them dogs.
Do you think? Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what are you going to tell us today? What story are we having?
What story are we having? Well, I got to where we'd gone down to Waddingham in Lincolnshire, and we bought that house. We commuted for a year, tried to keep the shop going, but eventually, while we were doing that, did you work at the end place, or did?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but after a year, when we gave the shop up, rented it out, didn't we? And you went and got a job at the end place collecting eggs, which you didn't like, did you?
No.
You didn't like that.
No, it was a very horrible place.
And I were delivering coal, and we were doing Stewart and leaflets. Went through all that, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we worked on the outbuilding, on that outbuilding, to make it into a workshop. And we started restoring. Don't forget, Pat had learned the rudiments of French polishing from Bill, who worked for Melvin. So we started going to auctions and buying pianos and doing them up. We started doing that, and gradually it started to get some tunings. I like driving round the Lincolnshire countryside. I mean, Tracy wasn't happy because she had to start school in a little town called Curtin Lindsay, just up road. And I think she thought Lincolnshire people had straw growing out of their ears. Did Tracy?
She was only 11.
She was 11. And
She'd just more or less gone up to big
school in Leeds, hadn't she?
Here. She went to
She was due to.
Priesthorpe.
Yeah, here. She'd
Yeah.
just gone up, hadn't she, to Priesthorpe?
Yeah.
And then
That's where she met Maria.
Right. Yeah.
So she wasn't happy. I mean, she was just sort of feeling her feet really for starting to expand her horizons in Leeds, because there were buses went everywhere, you know, and she just started to explore all that and make friends here when we dragged her off to
Sticks
of Lincolnshire. Oh, laugh.
She was not happy.
No, she wasn't.
And eventually, I mean, it didn't take her long. As soon as she left school, she was back. She came back into Yorkshire, did Tracy.
Well, she went.
She joined.
She did sixth form, didn't she, at college?
She went to North Lincolnshire College and did graphic design there. For a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after a year, she
got a place at.
She volunteered. Oh no,
she got a place at Sheffield.
Sheffield. Window display. You know, she went on a course in Sheffield we got in at the YWCA initially in Sheffield, and then she met a girl on the course who lived in Sheffield, and the girl's mum, Maureen, asked Tracy if she wanted to go and live with them, stay with them when she was in Sheffield instead of YWCA.
Because Maureen used to foster, so they had a big house, didn't they?
Yeah. So Tracy, that's where Tracy went, and that's where she met David. Because he's Maureen's son. David is Maureen's son, you see.
Yeah.
So Tracy met David. Oh, at that time we're already married, wasn't he?
I think that
had he got divorced? Or
well,
he
were. I think he was in transgression of separating and moving.
He'd moved back home, hadn't he?
Yeah, I think
back to his mum's.
Yeah, or I'm not sure whether he had a house of his own and he stayed there.
Ah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. Yeah, he did have a house.
But his eldest son, Adrian, lived with Maureen and Bill.
Yeah, did.
And David's ex-wife took the girls.
Yeah.
The two girls.
So
which one of them were Amber.
So Tracy met David there, and then when she'd finished that course, she went to Hull to do museum and exhibition design. But she found that course to be a white elephant. She said this course don't exist, only on paper. So she decided she wasn't going to complete this course. After first term, she applied to be a CSV, Council for Service Volunteers, they called it, in Halifax. Not in Halifax, Keighley. In Keighley. So she joined this scheme where you were paid dole, the equivalent of dole money, and you lived in this house, and there were people who had various handicaps, various disabilities, who were in a kind of training to become to live independently.
In their own houses, in their own bungalows.
So they were supposed to be being trained there to eventually live independently. So she went, that's what she finished up doing.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to just do that for a year, but they took her on full time, and she worked there for a long, long time.
Quite a few years, didn't she?
Many years, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what was happening to Tracy.
Yeah, and in that time when she worked for them, she got her own little place that I think they paid for, and she sort of lived in it. And during that time, that's when her and David got together properly.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. On Mornington Street.
Yeah. A flat it was.
Yeah. Upstairs flat.
Yeah. So then for years, every other weekend, Tracy and David had Adrian and the two girls for the weekend.
And they were
only small
toddlers, weren't they?
Well, a bit bigger than toddlers, but sort of like 5
or 6. Isn't that a toddler?
Like that. No.
What age is a toddler?
2-year-old.
2. Oh, okay.
18 months too.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, that's
a bit more about.
A bit more information about Tracy, what she was doing. We got the business, the piano business gathered enough momentum. Oh no, what happened then, of course, was that Melvin, he used to import and export pianos then, and he had this warehouse, which is still there now, He had this warehouse, and he mainly, well, he sold pianos as well in England, but he sold them to a Frenchman who used to come with a damn great Pantechnicon and fill it up with pianos and take it back to France in Caen. Caen. French. Never got on with it. He had a tuner who knew Melvin, I think, who was an Englishman. I don't know what happened about that, but anyway, Melvin, he said to me, do you fancy tuning pianos in France? What? And he told me about these couple, these two, John Michel and John Francois, who had a piano shop in Caen, in the town centre, and they wanted a tuner. I don't know why. Maybe the French tuners charge loads of money. I don't know. But they wanted somebody to go out there, and the idea was to go for 10 days in France, work on the pianos in the shop, do some tuning in people's houses, that, you know, their pianos that they'd sold, and 1 day a week working in their warehouse, and then coming back to England, getting a storage place, buying pianos for them, and then they pick them up and I go back with them for another 10 days. That was the suggestion. I got a temporary, I think it's 6 months, a temporary passport.
Right.
Because I didn't have a passport. I think you were still working at the M place.
Well, no.
I don't know for sure.
I
don't know how long you worked there.
No.
We must have been doing all right, because while I were out in France, we got a bloke in to have a look at the kitchen, to try and do something with this kitchen, because the kitchen was just a galley, like we said. It was just a narrow galley, but on the back of it we built this rickety, rotten, lean-to wooden conservatory thing. So we thought, what if we made this conservatory into something more solid, and took a chunk out of the wall, the outside wall, and extended made the kitchen bigger. That's what. So we got a bloke in to give us a quote for the kitchen units and that, and then we got somebody else to come to give us a quote for doing this conservatory, didn't we? And was that Norton and Bonner who did the conservatory? Do you know?
No, I don't think it was.
You don't think it was?
No, I don't think so.
Whoever it was, what they did was they took it down, this rotten wooden thing, built a wall, and then a window, and then put proper joists and a pansar roof, and extended the roof over it. So it were a proper
extension.
Then they took the wall down and rendered it, made it all right. But then they discovered this well
in the kitchen. Well, I fell down it.
You fell?
Yeah, I put my foot through.
Put your foot through it.
It was rotten floor, and I put my foot through it.
And what is that?
And it were a well.
Took the floor up, and it were a well.
Which would at one time have been in back garden.
Back garden, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah, it was 30 foot, wasn't it?
30 foot well.
If I'd have gone down there, you'd never seen me again.
So they capped it with
Concrete.
a stone cap and concreted over it, didn't they? Concreted the floor, made it level. But we didn't get the kitchen units because it was too expensive, wasn't it?
But the thing was that this extension really didn't extend the kitchen very much at all. It only gave you one little wall, didn't it?
It didn't extend it by much, but it made it better than it was.
Oh yeah, better than it was, yeah. We put the back door in there, didn't we?
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
And bricked the door that went through into the galley kitchen up, so that gave us another bit of wall.
Yeah.
So that
and in the end, I built the kitchen units.
Yeah.
A bit better than the one I did in Armley. Yeah.
They weren't made out of packing cases.
They weren't made out of packing cases. It was made out of wood. Well, but it was still a bit. I didn't think it was too bad.
No.
Silence.
It was usable.
Usable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the expression. Yeah. Usable. We had a gas cooker, but it was colour gas, and we had to buy these big bottles, and they were on the wall at the outside and at the back, where the bins were. That went on while I was working in France, and when I went out to France, they put me up in this place called the Auto Bar. It was like a bar type, a pub type thing, but they had I don't know whether anyone else was staying there.
Right.
Can't remember. And that's when I told you the story about the cat. Maybe I'll tell you the story of the cat another time. I know what's going on there. Has he got stuck again?
Yeah, in that crack.
He's got stuck again in that.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll call that. We'll tell you about that another time. Another video.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Do you know when I was asking you about how you could subscribe when you watch telly? Because I said that 42% of you watched us on telly. And do you know, 78% of you are women.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ladies. And
when I mentioned this about subscribing, and I said, you just click on subscribe and it's free. You don't have to pay to subscribe. It went up.
Yeah, you all found it.
You all found it, and subscribers just
quite a lot of you
shot up. It's come right back down again now. So everybody's stopped doing it.
Right. Maybe they think they only have to do it once.
Oh, they do. Oh, yeah,
right.
you can only subscribe once.
Oh, right. You see, I know nothing about these things.
But we get, I don't know, how does it work? What do we get?
No.
We, usually, you could say, yeah, there's what have we got? 4,700 and odd subscribers we've got.
Right.
And we get, I don't know what percentage of viewers are not subscribed. I don't really know, because we do get maybe an average of 3,000 people a day who watch us.
Even Aidan said that him and Amber watches.
Did he?
Yeah,
They do.
we do. He says we'll put it on and watch it.
Do they? I tell you. It surprises us because Gary watches us that we met. You know, is he my nephew, Gary? Yeah, it must be because he's my my mother's sister's son.
Yeah.
That makes him my nephew, doesn't it? No, my cousin.
Cousin.
He's my cousin.
He's the same as
Christine.
He's the same as
Chris. He's the same as Christine, isn't he? Christine's my mother's sister's daughter.
Yeah.
And so Gary's my mother's sister's son.
Yeah.
So he's my cousin.
Right.
Yeah, you are. I'm right, aren't I, Gary? Gary used to come out on his milk round with us, helping us collect. I think I said that. I think I told you that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll end this video here, folks. While I'm stuck out in France.
In France.
Yeah. There's a few stories about France. I know some of you have heard the stories before. Yeah. And I'm always tender to all the people who have heard the stories before. I always think, oh...
Maybe they won't mind listening to them.
People do say we don't mind.
We don't mind listening.
It always surprises me. Yeah, there a lot happened in the France bit. How long were I working in France for? Oh, not long. 6 months. 6 months. Is that? Don't do it for long, me. No. Yeah. We'll talk about that on another video. All right, folks. Bye. Bye. Just forgotten something. Tomorrow's your scan day. Yes, so we might not. Yeah, I'll probably film or sit down at yon place in there. And Tracy's taking the day off. Tracy's taking the day off to take us. To go with us. Drive us there. Yeah, so we'll see how we get on there. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow's video might be a bit different. Okay. Bye. Bye.